while since I last updated. My bad. Things just got really hectic with school and life in general, so it's been really hard to talk to anyone, get anything done apart from what I need to do. But I've got some freedom now, for a bit at least, so I thought I'd come back and, you know, update some stuff. I just really want to do something simple and recommend a really nice day trip in Seoul. If you're visiting Seoul, you know, it might be your first time. This is a pretty simple day trip that is just really fun and nice. I went with a friend to Gyeongbokgung Palace and then Jogyesa Temple, and they're super close together, so it's a really easy trip to do and I really recommend it. It's super simple, it's fairly cheap, it depends what you want to do really, but it was a really nice day trip and one of my highlights of my entire time in Seoul. I know tons of people have done a video on this. I'm gonna do it too. So really just a heads up, I don't know how much experience you have in Seoul obviously, but I do recommend using an app like Kakao Maps. Super useful to get around, all you need is a Kakao account. So I just thought I'd show you how to use it. You can access it on both the computer and your phone. So here on the computer you can see for the phone, I'll use English, but I don't know how to change it to English on the computer. So for the computer, I just type in Gyeongbokgung, and there it is. And now I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna make a new folder and just save it to there. And I can open that folder at any time to find all my locations. Now I'll just find Jogyesa here, and then there's also some info, so I'll save that to the same folder, and you can see how close they actually are to each other, which is really great for just a simple trip. For the app, it's basically the same, but this time with English settings, so you just do the exact same thing as looking it up and saving it like you would on the computer. So I met with my friend near Gyeongbokgung, and then we walked around to try and find a hanbok, place to rent a hanbok. There's tons of them, honestly. You'll find one easily. I was just kind of looking for one with what I wanted. It's really easy. Everywhere around Gyeongbokgung, it's super simple. Usually, I think what I paid was around 15,000 won for 2 hours rental, which is around $20 Australian dollars, depending on the exchange rate, I suppose. And then I also paid around 10,000 won to get my makeup done. You can also pay, I think, around 10,000 won for hair done. That's what my friend did. Usually it's the same at pretty much every store, you know, it's pretty much average. They've got this average set for this tourist activity, and since it is such a massive tourist activity, most places will speak English. I was a little worried I wouldn't suit any of the hanbok, you know, I just had this paranoia, but I found a hanbok at the little store we went to and I fell in love with it. It was so pretty, and personally I don't wear things with flower patterns, so it was a bit of a shock for me to find something with flower patterns on it that I actually liked. But from the store, you know, like I said, we just walked straight to Gyeongbokgung. We took photos, since, let's be honest, that's the main goal of renting a hanbok and going to a palace is to take photos. It's what everyone does, it's a massive tourist attraction, but obviously you can go there without renting a hanbok, without taking photos. It's this massive palace, it's beautiful, it's huge, there's so much to explore. I've been there twice. The first time I didn't do hanbok and it was just really awesome to see. The history and the architecture was beautiful. I believe if you wear hanbok, entrance is free. Well, I know if you wear hanbok, the entrance is free. I believe if you don't wear hanbok, The entrance fee is around 3,000 won, which is really cheap, really good for just, obviously you're visiting a palace, you know, spending about $5 on entrance fee. That's pretty fair. Gyeongbokgung is just like one of those must-do bucket list activities in Korea, you know. Go there, take tons of photos, much to the annoyance of my entire social media, but maybe don't do it on a 30-degree day like I did. It was great fun, but I was wearing a lot of layers and was out in the sun all day, so not ideal. Maybe plan a little better than I did. It's 31 degrees. I want to die, but at least I'll die looking okay for once. I don't know if I can even hear myself in this video. We're in this beautiful sight of bars on the window. There are children behind me. I'm already out. Once we got our, you know, fair share of photos done, you know, the day still had like a lot of time left, so we decided to go to Jogyesa temple, which is super close to Gyeongbokgung. It's really easy to get to and from Gyeongbokgung. Obviously, it depends where you're coming from. I was in Sinchon. Not that far, not that great, but could have been much worse. But Jogyesa temple is a temple in Seoul. It's a Buddhist temple, and it has really amazing, beautiful buildings and architecture, and it's got free entry. I didn't pay entry, so I'm pretty sure it's free. But it's really nice to just kind of walk around there and like look at it and take it all in. One of my hobbies is photography, so I really just wanted to go and take photos of the temple, and I really liked how a lot of my photos came out. It was one of my favorite trips. Do keep in mind though, it is a functioning Buddhist temple, you know, people are going there to worship and pray. Do be quiet, don't disturb other people. There was, I believe, a main sort of part of the temple where it had a big golden statue and people were actually going in to pray and worship, so we kind of didn't go into that area. We didn't go up the stairs or in that building or anything. We didn't really want to disturb, and I do believe that's the best way to do it. Just go there to appreciate and keep your composure to a normal level. Don't be disruptive. It is a normal place people are going about their daily lives, and it is an important place to many people. But in all, it's a really nice day trip, and in the end, I hope you just get the best out of your time in Seoul. My recommendations, other recommendations, let me know what you want to do or what you have done, and I might be able to give you some feedback, see what some cool ideas that I have done, let you know. I just think this is like a really nice little fun day trip in Seoul, and I do recommend it if you have the time, and obviously it's not that expensive. So I'll see you next time.